Rolling Stone!
Hello everyone and welcome over to Atlanta for race number 4 of the NR2003 PMU Cup Series. And we are obviously here at Atlanta. This is the first race at Atlanta where we've held it, where we're gonna hold it early on in the season compared to compared to it being toward the end of the season. For some reason we had obviously a bit of a reshuffle in the calendar, so now we're back. Probably one of the shortest gaps between races in Atlanta. So once again, well, let's say we're back at Atlanta, and so far seems to be going quite well in the championship and as well as the point standings. And obviously, as I'm looking at it right now, we have I think we have Owen Scott, currently your points leader at the moment, coming from I don't know who else. Obviously, don't know about Sophia Petty. Okay, I'm a bit late on trying to get their results on, which is quite obvious. Obviously for me, but whatever you see. Apologies for continuously to delay from a broadcast to try and get through the point standings. So, and there you are. There it is. The point standings have been revealed from on the screen. Well, from my screen, not on everybody's screen. Yeah, I'm not showing it, but I'm seeing it from my device, from my iPod. Sorry. All right. So as it stands, Owen Scott, as I stated correctly, he is currently the points leader with 77 points. From Sophia Petty, as I also stated it correctly, currently behind him with only a 1 point between the two. For 1 point difference between the two, that's a really close battle. As of, it's no stranger for it being that way at the start, well, towards the start of the season, so who knows. So Sophia Petty with 76 points, plus she has an option of extra points for the chase for winning a race this season. James Jameson currently 3rd place with 73 points. Xander Howell up to 4th place with 69 points. Avery Hamilton 5th place, 68. Thomas Giuliano 65 points. He's also a race winner this season, so he gets 5 chase points. And Cam Roy Jr. With 64 points. Nolo Hamilton 53. Ray Allen at 51, and Cam Wright Sr. coming off from that Bristol win and somewhat comeback, if not controversial win, just 50 points with 5 chase points for that victory in Bristol. Those are your top 10s. If you wanna take a look at the rest of the point standings, you can find it on the Discord channel or at the last race at Bristol. So there you go. Right, so if you're talking about the last race in Bristol, I'm talking about the YouTube video that I've already uploaded, so you guys can see it. So there we go. So let's get on with the qualifying session. So it's going to be a tough one. Who qualified today? Jameson will qualify on pole. Van der Howell, another front row start. Ray Army up to third place. Kendrick Meeks, fourth place. Nikki Robb, that sounds like a career's best start for a career in fifth place. She'll start in fifth place alongside Sophia Petty, the Daytona 250 winner. Austin Leong up to seventh place. Riley Hill, 8th place. Drew Walker, 9th place. And Avery Hamilton, 10th. And you guys can have a look at the rest. Owen Scott, currently last place. Your points leader, so that is going to be a hell of a job for him to do. That's where he doesn't... Well, that is not where he wants to start, so... Right, so let's get on with it.
Drivers, to your cars.
Oh. Okay, yeah, I just realized that I didn't obviously switched on the audio, so that was a mistake. So yeah, I apologize. Well, that was a cliche. I just realized it, so or maybe did I? I'm not sure. Maybe it's just for the audio computer. Okay, the computer audio. Maybe it just doesn't affect our the media source or anything. So I guess we're looking good still. Yeah, this is only the desktop audio, not the other one. So, all right. So, yeah, all right. So let's get going. Yeah, my audio's on, but I forgot to turn on the desktop audio. So that will obviously mean the game would have been off the whole time. If I'd carry on from there, then we won't be able to hear the audio from there for the race. So, okay, enough wasting time. Let's get on with the race. In less than 10 seconds.
Drivers, start your engines!
Here we go, as all cars start to rev. Let's see if the pace truck can start moving, and he goes. There is James Emerson, first pole of the season. And Xander Howell is really urging himself to get himself a first career win. He hasn't won a race obviously yet in his third full season at the moment in his career in the season. Ray Army's right there. In fact, I think she had put up quite a few good performances for her in the past few races at Atlanta. Kendrick Meeks right over there, Nikki Robb right over there, Sophia Petty right over there. The 2-4 share the third row, and there is Riley Hill, and that is Austin Leong. There is Drew Walker, and there is Avery Hamilton. Avery Hamilton? Yeah, Avery Hamilton's out there. So we're about to go green in just a moment as the pace truck starts pulling in, and we're about to go green. 3, 2, 1. Guess I miscounted correctly, but away we go. So let's see what James Jameson can do. James Jameson, this is obviously his second pole of the season, coming off from Daytona 250. He started from pole, but was very close to He was very close to winning that race. Obviously, thanks to the lap car, Owen Scott gave the win away to Sophia Petty. So now he's going to try and make himself at least score himself a third career win if he can. We should have 36 drivers in total, so that is all looking good. 36 drivers in the field. So now here comes Xander Howell alongside. Oh, and there's Kendrick Meeks. So James Jameson has dropped down to third place at the moment. But Kendrick Meeks on the inside alongside Xander Howell, and he will take the lead. He will take the lead, and looks like these three drivers are battling it out together. And there's Nikki Rav up there, and that Alton Leon giving her a push. And Avery Hamilton's right there too. And Austin Leon is trying to take on the leads of front. Xander Howell nudges onto the right side, so that's not a good place he wants to be. Austin Leon getting alongside the 66. Oh, I think of Nicky Rive in the number 1 has more grip on the outside for some unusual reasons. That will mean Austin Leon will start falling back a little bit. Now Nicky Rive will be the one taking over his place, try and take on the leaders. Oh my gosh, so almost going free wide at one point. And James Jameson tries to take the lead back from Kendrick Meeks. And he takes the lead. Meeks second place. Third place Howell. Fourth place Rav. Fifth place Leon. And sixth place, now fifth place Avery Hamilton. There's Sophia Petty. As it stands, she will take the lead because Owen Scott he started from way back and he's trying to pull back up onto the field. He is slowly moving up, but not enough for him to try and overhaul that points lead. He's only 1 point away, so it's pretty much the Sophia Petty would retain the lead, or at least take back the points lead after this race. Now, as these three, Meeks, Jameson, and Howell together, and they're pulling away. They are pulling away. So it's certainly going to be these three. And Sophia Petty alongside Nikki Rive. Still to Novell. In fact, don't forget their teammates. Well, technically they're teammates, if I'm not mistaken. At least they're driving the same machinery, the same manufacturer. Meeks up front again, trying to keep Ford name alive still. Ford, this could be their breakthrough season at least for the manufacturer, because they've come off of that victory at Daytona 250, which will obviously be the Ford's first at the 250 race. And Jameson now alongside Howell. It looks as though Nicky Rive is trying to come a bit closer to the three. So probably might see other cars joining on the party pretty soon. Take a look from the back to make sure everyone is still right. No changes as of yet. And Meek's still in the lead. Well, now in the lead. Howell in the middle now. Jameson down to third place. And Riley Hill climbing up a little bit. Oh boy, I'm alone today, so that's... Well, I'm so lonely. So Nikki Rav is getting closer to the free, so looks like she'll be the one joining the party. Oh, and she's got more grip around Jameson. Look at her go. Nikki Rav, one of the D2 champions, is now alongside the Toyota, and now she's right behind that rival Ford of Kendrick Meeks. Just look at her going around. And she's probably going to try and make a name for herself this time. Last season has been, well, I'd say lots of ups and downs for the driver. But now, she's trying to make her first true season for her. To try and be try and make it a season where she has been very serious about racing. Like she wants to be serious about racing. Oh my God, she's up into second place, and she's trying to take the lead alongside Howell. She is trying to match her against the veterans. Although she's pretty much a veteran now because she's done a full season already last season, and she's down to third place, but she is getting quite close towards the leaders now, and she's on the outside. You know, I think Atlanta must be one of the tracks where you've got more grip on the outside, and now she's now alongside Meeks. She's getting closer and closer and trying really hard to at least lead a lap in this race. And Avery Hamilton alongside Riley Hill. Anyway, Nikki Rive starting to fall back a little bit as Jameson tries to take her spot, but still, she's within the size of the others and other cars in front of him. Probably trying to keep that drafting line alive, because the longer she drafts, the more better it gets. And now she's pushing Howell so hard for him to try and respond to a move on that leader of Meeks. I think Howell would take that lead, or would that have been a photo finish? Pretty much a close photo finish. Howell will take that lead lap, but still Meeks is around him. Mickey Rive still, well, somewhere on the outside of this too, in case if anything bad happens to this too. She might be able to take it. Jameson now falling back. And now he's right in front of the two Toyotas, Avery Hamilton and Riley Hill. One of them being his teammate. And Avery Hamilton is now alongside the 19 car. Whilst Nikki Rive sort of had taken over the 19 spot, I mean Jameson's spot, and now she's got a more of a clear opportunity to try and make a pass, and she goes for it on the inside around Meeks, but will Meeks respond? It looks like Jameson's now back to give Nikki Rive a push, and Nikki Rive will take over that second place spot, and there you can see that number 1, and she's taking that spot on that lap. And now she's going to try and go one higher if she can. She's got a bit of drafting assistance with Jameson. So now all she could do is get around the 66. Howell still leads. And he's... Oh my gosh! Now that's getting closer, closer, closer. Potentially we might see a caution at any moment. But look at that go. It looks as though... Oh, Nikki Rive just nudged that lead away from Howell. And now she takes the lead for the first time. But how long will she last for? Because this is honestly, like, leading a race is a big job. That's what you need to do. Try and maintain that lead and hold as much as you can. It looks like she won't be holding it for much longer. Jameson now alongside on the inside. GT, and he goes past her and he'll take the lead. Nikki Rive sort of in danger of losing more positions. Oh my gosh, we got a caution. What happened? Oh my gosh, Senior! Oh my gosh, what a day. What a season for Senior. Again, after coming up. Is that Dixon? That is Dixon. That must have been an awful collision. What happened? Oh my gosh, Cat Rose were involved. Let's see. Honestly, Cameron Senior, looking at that damage, he's definitely out of the race. Well, what a disastrous championship defense. Well, an awful way to try and defend your championship at the start of the season has been really disastrous. Obviously going back to war. Oh, Cat Rose was the one who touched the Eddie, and Dixon got hit. Honestly, couldn't make it away from these two, so he also gets victimized and he's also out. So that's honestly really bad. I think he's definitely pissed off with the Soul Cadillac of Cat Rose. Let's look at it again. Yeah, Cat Rose trying to make a pass on the inside, but wasn't able. Oh, I think she might have also hit Miyazaki on one side. Oh, maybe was that Joy Maddox as well? I think Joy Maddox also almost got involved. Look at it again. Ooh, bang on. I want to try to go slower, just to see if how many cars have they touched out of the two. And again. Well, it does appear that Miyazaki wasn't touched. Let's go on board Miyazaki. Oh my god. Okay, sorry. Made a mistake. Let's try again. Let's see. That was a bit of a tap, but not enough for him to sustain even a bit of damage on himself. So, guess he'll be able to live it for another day. Let's get on board one of the cars involved. Cat Rose was the one who caused it. Who managed to tap Cam Wright. Ooh, Adam Wilson was one of the rivals of last race. Was in contention for a win. It's a really close race there, Bristol, last race. Anyway, we're on board Cat Rose. Yeah, if it wasn't for David Dixon, then I think both cars would have at least continued on in the race. At least with a bit of damage. At least some damage. But unfortunately, these cars are certainly not going to last for the rest of the race. Sorry, my finger is up, slipping from me. Anyway, we're on board Cam Wright Sr. Yeah, that basically finished them off. On board Dixon, who wasn't able to avoid that wreck, that two-car wreck. Ooh, almost missing Albert Strass. Anyway. Looks like Cat Rose was able to make it, was able to continue, but I don't know if she's going to retire or not. But anyway, but that day is definitely done for David Dixon as well as Cameron Sr. So now, so we don't know. We might see some pit stops. That's a good question mark. We might see some pit stops. Unless if it's just too early. And they're coming for pit stops. So, who's going to come out? Ooh, Nicky Rav up into second place. Avery Hamilton third place. But where is Meeks? Oh, that's a bit of a disappointment. He's down. He's gone down the order. Xander Howell really was down there. He lost a lot of positions. So now it's Jameson continues to lead, but Nicky Rav on a great second place. She was quite lucky down there thanks to her pit strategy. So looks as though this would be something to keep an eye on. Keep an eye on sorry, I was about to say Cat Rose, but it's Nicky Rav. Don't forget to keep an eye on her. This could be moments to come. We should hopefully get green in a moment. Right. The pace truck is now pulling in. And it's confirmed the Cameron Sr. and David Dixon are both out. So we're going green now, and away we go. And Jameson now leading still. Nicky Rav right behind him, so she's got an opportunity of trying to get past it if she can carry on working from there. Avery Hamilton up into third place, and there is Quinn Marley in fourth place. Riley Hill fifth place. Oh, Meeks! Oh my gosh, Meeks seems to be getting aggressive down here. He's getting really aggressive down here. As Noel Hamilton also behind him as well. Jameson pulling away now. Oh, and Nicky Rav is about to lose that second place to Quinn Melanie on the inside. Quinn Melanie's holding on to a potential third place, trying to get past Nicky Rav. Nicky Rav now on the outside, not a good place she wants to be. I don't want to mispronounce her by gender, so Quinn Melanie now up into second place, potentially third. Oh, Avery Hamilton. What happened? Did he almost went off or whatever? I think he almost got tagged by Riley Hill. I just saw that coming. I was like, that was a close one. That would have ended up in chaos and potentially another yellow flag if this would have ended up worse. But Avery Hamilton barely made it and carried on from there. Right back up the front, back alive as Nicky Rav continuing to lose positions. Now Jameson and Melanie up into first and second place respectively. Meeks in third place. Probably not, I think. I don't know. Nicky Rav hold on to that third place spot. But Quinn Melanie battling alongside James Jameson on the inside. Melanie, his days in this area are currently numbered. Or we don't know what his plans are for the future. But hopefully he can try and shine his career off just a little bit more with a third career victory for this driver over there. Meeks is hungry for more wins, and he's currently up there. Probably why he's on a Ford this season. Just some sort of fresh challenge, I suppose. So Jameson is still holding on to the lead. Jameson has been, I'd say he's been rather consistent so far out of everyone else this season. Although it's early in the season, Jameson's been really consistent. Especially when he'd been leading, I think, for much of the race back at Daytona earlier in the season. And Molly still in second place. And we have a much bigger battle for the lead now. Supposedly, I guess, as we see more cars joining in on the battle pack. As we go down the order, Sophia Petty now falling back. Now is also the one currently out of the points, but I think Owen Scott is currently ahead of her. So I don't know if he will take the points lead. I don't think he'll be enough to at least keep the points lead. It'll probably be somebody else other than those two. I think no. Oh, darn, almost forgot about Jameson, who's currently third in points and not far from the two. So if this race finishes as it would be right now, then Jameson would have taken the points lead, and he needs to basically stay where he is, or at least put on a strong race here if he wants to take the points lead. And he's got his semi-teammate Quimani right behind him, who's putting on some more performance there. Oh, looks like maybe Toyota's day, as Bradley Hill joining on the mix. We have not seen Bradley Hill for quite a while, especially since season 3, where he had been winning races. But well, that was his last race win there. No, that was when he won his last race to date. And so far for the past 3 seasons, he has not won a race. Oh, Jameson once again pulls off. Ooh, makes in second place now, trying to take second place, and Solomon Sheridan joins in as well, and he trying to give Meeks a push and get alongside Meeks as well at the same time. Meeks is urging himself for a win as well. In fact, a win here would mean his 10th career win. Sorry, my fingers are clicky, so. But anyway. So, yeah, we're not too far, so we're all looking good. There is Meeks. Alongside, he zooms past Jameson for the lead. Now that was easy. Honestly, almost missed that moment, but he zoomed past Jameson for the lead for the first time in the race. And it looks like we're seeing more battles around there. Valder's also joining in, also trying to keep himself at bay for a potential lead if he can. But now Meeks is leading. Alongside Jameson. Melanie still in third place. Howell gets back up the top after being down the order for quite a bit. Sheridan's still there. Varder's still there. Ride falling back a little bit now. That's Noel Hamilton up there. That's Churnside and there's Drew Walker. Those are your current top 10s at the moment. Back up the front, we're seeing a bigger battle here. Meeks holding on to that lead from Jameson. So much for excitement and also being alone with nobody else on the voice chat. But Meeks is still holding on, but James is getting a bit more aggressive now, and he's trying to make a move on the number 10. But will it be enough? Will he at least take the points lead? Well, I mean the lead back, the race lead back from Meeks. And as Howell gets alongside Jameson, probably try and go all in one. Jameson trying to respond. and he does tries to respond. We are getting close to the halfway mark. That must be Junie up there. Let's take a look from the back. Cat Rose obviously struggling from that crash earlier on. Well, call it a wreck, but now she's struggling. Definitely struggling. Her car is certainly damaged from that wreck. Albert Strauss also losing ground now from the rest of the field. Oh, now there's a gap between 16th and 17th now. And Howell up into second place. Meeks is still leading, and Solomon Sheridan, whoa! I didn't probably catch that live, but Solomon Sheridan getting aggressive now. He's definitely on the aggression now. I think he's trying to make a jump from third to first, and he's alongside Meeks, but Meeks, is he going to try and respond? He's got the outside lane, so probably he's going to try. Yeah, Meeks will keep that lead for the time being. Solomon Sheridan on the aggression out there. And Solomon Sheridan is going to try and get closer and closer and closer. I'm not sure if he's won Atlanta before. Might be third. I'm pretty certain he has. Well, I could be wrong. But now he's alongside Meeks again. And he's going to try and take the lead for the first time in the race. Will he take the lead? He does finally. And he will take the lead here at Atlanta. Meeks second place. Third place Howell. Fourth place Mullany. Fifth place Carl Waters. Jameson falling back now in sixth place. Seventh place Raleigh Hill. Eighth place, well, coming onto eighth place now is Judeney. Ninth is currently Churnside. And, oh no, that Raleigh Hill, Churnside now. Judeney in ninth place. And then I think Drew Walker, there's a battle for 10th. That's Drew Walker now. He would take over that 10th place spot now. So there you go. Top 10s currently. And still a battle now between the three. Now we have three Chevys battling it out this time. First, we thought it would be two today, but now it seems to me we have a Chevy day. Or it would be a Chevy day today. Oh my gosh, Meeks, if he'd carry on further from there, that would have been an absolute tragedy of a race. Anyway, we've gone past the half a mark. 37 laps to go. And Jameson in fourth now. Oh, that's an interesting battle. In fact, if not a really close one. They were 3-1 at almost entirely 1 point. Oh, all right, hello, Joe. Good pass alongside Owen Scott. Probably not. Interesting. But anyway, Let's see how the leaders are up to. It's really important what we're seeing right now. We've got to catch every moment of this live. Meeks is now back into the lead from Solomon Sheridan. And Howell in third place. Jameson back into fourth. And Meeks, oh my gosh, they're going 3 wide almost for the lead now. But Meeks still holds on to the lead with Jameson now trying to take second place from Sheridan. Howell now loses fourth place spot to Quinn Mullany. We're still curling in the eyes of the others in front of him. Ooh, Solomon Sheridan, what a pass along the outside. Wow. What a pass on the outside. He would take the lead. Jameson still alongside the number 10. And Howell back into fourth place from Mullany. Judy climbing up a little bit. Look at him. 7th place currently at the moment. Oh dear. Is it Sheridan? Is he pitting? What's happened? Don't tell me he's pitting right now. Oh, he is pitting. He is pitting. But that was a bit of an obnoxious pit stop. Well, we're gonna find out about Sheridan what was going on, but that must be a very early pit stop. Let's see what is Sheridan going to do. We'll see if he's pitting for tires or anything like that. I would suspect maybe we might see another round of pit stops coming up. That's what I was thinking. So anyway, yeah, he's pitting for tires. He's pitting for right tires. We'll find out, although, what's going on with Sheridan. Well, he took the lead, and then he was like, oh, screw it. I'm just gonna pit. But that was honestly a really slow pit. I mean, hold on. That was a really early move to the pits. I don't know what was going on with Sheridan, but anyway, he's going out now. So anyway, looks as though he's gonna lose a lap now. So probably 2 laps now. We're just gonna keep an eye on Sheridan and probably the pit lane as well. But Sheridan, it seems surprising that he's pitting so early. Anyway, let's get back to live. Right, so Meeks now leading. Jameson second place. Third place Howell. And fourth place Churnside. 5th place Mullany. 6th place Rally Hill. 7th place Judy. 8th place Nolan Hamilton. 9th place Carl Waters. And then we have a battle for 10th. Don Hayden versus Drew Walker. Now this is a true battle with Mullany joining the party this time. Jameson on the battle with Meeks. Anyway, He's now 2 laps down. I don't know if others will be pitting. Gotta be worth keeping an eye out. If it would be a few miles race, I wouldn't rule it out. So anything can happen. So who knows? So Meeks is now in the lead still. Jameson second place. Third place Howell. Currently leading right now. So. Junie making a move on the 15 of Riley Hill. Oh, Molyneux getting close to Howell. In fact, probably a slight tap on the rear. I think he's trying to bump draft him or something. But the way he's driving was really, really aggressive. We're now 23 laps to go. Meeks is currently leading. So currently it is anybody's race. Potentially anybody's race. If anything happens to Meeks, or if anything happens to Jameson or anyone else, this could probably shake up the field. Now we have a battle for the lead. 19 versus the 10. Ten still leads. And Jameson will take the lead. 20 laps to go. Ooh, 3 wide almost for the lead. And here comes Meeks. Oh, it's getting quieter now. Sophia Petty climbing up the ranks. She was close to last. She's even gone past Owen Scott. But obviously, it's no one of these two who will take the points lead after this race. Likely not. Because Jameson is up there. And he is in a much comfortable position right now. Wow, it looks as though we might see a lap car coming. Is it? I think there's Cat Rose, but there might not be enough time for them to catch up. We're currently on board Meeks, the current leader right now. Let's compare the differences between the two in terms of times. Oh, Cat Rose seems to be quite fast, even faster than. Was that faster or what? Well, times are pretty similar between the two, so I don't think likely we're gonna have a lap car on the way. Although, despite sustaining a bit of damage, Rose's times are pretty much similar to the rest of the field. So we're now back up the front. Now it's definitely only these three now. And now we're viewing it at another angle. Probably the rest of the race. Well, maybe not, I don't know. But who knows? We'll wait and see. So Meeks currently leading still. You can see the gap is opening more and more and more now from the top three. Oh, Jameson right there. Jameson trying to make a move. And he will try and take that lead from Kendrick Meeks. But don't count out Howell just yet. He will try and get back up there if he can. I think they might be closing in on Cat Rose, so that is something to look out for. Maybe it's to do with tire performances or how tires last, maybe. That's something we gotta look out for. In case, if there's a lap car coming in, then unfortunately this will shake up the whole field. But it looks as though that the gap is closing quite significantly between Cat Rose and leaders. So, I guess maybe a winner could be decided by the lap car. And Howell getting close to the others in front of him. The number 19 and the number 10. You can see, I guess, the lap times are getting a bit faster now. With about almost a minute faster than Cat Rose. And they are getting closer. I think a few laps before, she was like way further up and on the second turn of the track. But now they're getting closer and closer. Oh, and Meek seems to be taking off right there now, as Jameson's gonna have to get put up with Xander Howell. So I guess it could be any of these three still, or would it not be? Don't know how Cat Rose is going to respond to the ones in front, but as the lap times are getting closer and closer and closer, it's probably, I don't know, but honestly, if they come closer and closer and the lap times getting closer and closer and closer, and it comes to the last lap of the race, and these three cars are right behind Cat Rose, honestly would start to be in a position where I'm having a lot of tension in my heart and stuff like that of who is actually going to win the race. They are getting a bit close, but potentially not as fast as I hope. If they're going a much faster pace, then maybe they'll be able to get past Cat Rose before the end of the race. But now, all eyes are looking on the leaders right now of whether if any of these three will be able to make it up in first place. It is still these three. The Cat Rose is still there. So, take a look. You can see that the gap is still closing quite significantly. It's Cat Rose is trying to do everything in the bag to try and I don't know, continue where she is. I think she just doesn't want to at least lose a lap, or at least be a lap down. I think that's what she was trying to do. Now we are currently in lap 76. 7 laps. Oh my gosh! I didn't expect that to happen. Jameson alongside Meeks, but Meeks trying to respond back, and he does respond back. That's another battle. Another great battle we like to see. Howe was right there. Howe's got the outside chance. Oh, we had a caution. What happened? Oh my gosh! It's Blake Parker. And looks like Randonami's involved. Oh my gosh. Could this be the end of the race? Oh, Mullany, who was at somewhat contention for a potential victory, somehow just lost it. So what happened? Oh no, that's John Palmer, not Blake Parker, but John Palmer himself got himself involved in a wreck. So what happened? So let's see what happened. I think John Palmer is trying to make a move on, I think. Oh no, it was Avery Hamilton. And then John Palmer got hit. And then Rainami got hit. Oh, John Palmer. Oh, and who's that? Who's that? Don't tell me. Is that Sheridan? Miyazaki got hit. Miyazaki got hit, and you can see he was smoking, so it looks as though he's not going to make it to the end of the race. But anyway, A.V. Hamilton's the one who caused it on his semi-teammate. Two teammates collide with each other. There you can see Avery Hamilton tapping his semi-teammate onto the wall. Well, before the wall, there's John Palmer. Well, Avery Hamilton obviously made it. Quite cheeky move for him, but the rest of the cars involved just couldn't make it. Let's take a look at Mullany. Mullany and John Palmer. Ranami, I think she sustained a bit of damage because her car is almost unscathed. Oh, there's your Toyota Corolla. Oh no, was it? It must have been Miyazaki. It's not Miyazaki. My bad. It's not Miyazaki who's blown up into smoke. It's Leon. Leon just got what he deserved. Well, somehow. It was Leon, not Miyazaki. My bad. Just to not confuse anyone, but it is Leon, not Miyazaki. Miyazaki was the one who made it. Yeah, Leon's there in the green car, and he's you can see he's smoking down. And let's take a look at him, and just to be sure on the safe side, and it is Leon. Yeah, it was one, somewhat hit, couldn't make it, and then he just lost it. His engine just went off, let go, and honestly, you can see his race is over. Anyway, let's get back to the wreck. Let's take a look at John Palmer. Come to think of it, two public enemies have collided with each other as well. Onboard cameras. Oh, Blake Parker. Well, Mullany made it. Obviously, his rear got wrecked, so. On board John Palmer. On board A&E Army. I'm bound to say that she has sustained some damage. We'll wait to see how much damage she's had. She's done. So, I mean, I would say how much damage she'll end up, but it looks as though she doesn't sustain. I don't think she suffered a single scratch. So maybe some minor damage on the inside. I guess that would affect her performance-wise at some point. Let's take a look from this angle. Oh, Blake Parker also sustained a bit of damage, and he also clashed in that wreck, but was able to make it. Look at how he rejoined. He was in the wall. Look at Blake Parker. That was an interesting save. Let's take a look on board camera of Blake Parker and then we'll go back live. Oops, a daisy. Anyway, we're back. We're gonna go back and we'll see what's going to happen. Will the race end on the yellows? That's a big question mark. Or will it be a shootout? It will be a somewhat shootout. And it'll be three laps to go. Nikki Rive is out of the race with a gearbox failure. That's unfortunate for her. She's done really well. She's pulled off really well. But unfortunately, it seems as though her car won't be able to make it to the end of the race. Yeah, you can see, well, just very briefly, that I think she came into the pits. Yeah, reports of problems of... Yeah, I can tell there were reports of her problems during the yellow flag... during the yellow flags that unfortunately reports of a gearbox problem will definitely put her out of the race, so that's unfortunate for her. She's done really great here in this race, even taking the lead at one point, but somehow wasn't able to at least keep this car going to the end of the race. Very unfortunate day after would have been a promising day. Anyway, we're going three lap shootout. Away we go. So who's gonna win this race at Atlanta? Meeks continues to lead. Jameson right behind him. Howell over there as well. But there is Churnside. Don't know if well, now she's pulling away with the others thanks to the draft. Drew Walker up into 5th place. Probably he'll try and make up for lost time for what would be one of his worst starts of the season. Oh, Owen Scott Reports of issues with Owen Scott. Owen Cat Rose coming in. I just don't know anymore. Anyway, so Meeks still in the lead now. We are bound to hopefully see no pit stops. Even if there were pit stops, then it wouldn't have not been pit stops since this would have been yellow flag, and everyone's already optimistic that they'll be able to continue on to the end of the race. So Meeks currently leads now, and Owen Scott is nowhere, so it is confirmed he'll be out. Oh no, he's still there. So we'll investigate that. What's happened? Oh, race completed. How is that possible? Don't know what I was thinking. Well, I do apologize for not being able to announce the race winner. Sorry about this. That was surprising. So we'll find out what's going on. So this is the battle for the lead. And then Jameson was getting really close onto the number 10. And then the 19 tries to make a move, but not good enough. So that will give Meeks an opportunity to win this race here at Atlanta. So I'd say quite a thrilling race we've had today here at Atlanta. And probably one of the, well, I'd say probably one of the good races we've had at this specific track. It's been a few ups and downs, obviously, from, well, seeing one, especially being one of, we've seen one of the strongest leaders in this race, that being Meeks, Jameson, and Howell especially. I mean, it's good to see these three drivers battling together. I mean, Howell being a veteran, Jameson being a veteran, and Meeks being a champion, so yeah, it's quite tough for these three. I mean, Sheridan would have also been a part of it, but sadly not, thanks to steering issues, as confirmed by the pit crew, which led him to being in the pits. So he's like 2 laps down. There are other drivers as well would have been considered for a contention of victories. Nicky Rye, for instance, could have been, but unfortunately, her gearbox failed after the restart, after the last restart of the yellow flags. Then we would have had Quib Mullany, but he unfortunately got involved in that collision, so that has put him way down the order. But anyway, let's investigate what happened to Owen Scott for what would have been obviously an end to his day. Don't know if I can. Ooh, I think, yeah, there are reports of him having problems. There are reports of him having problems during the yellow flag. That's why he was in the pits. So that's why within the pits. And somehow it was like, oh, you know what? Let's just forget about it. Let's just forget about the day to day. So, yeah. So the day is done. Anyway. So we're back live. So Meeks will win his first race of the season, alongside James Jameson in second place, Xander Howell in third place, Lola Churnside fourth place, Riley Hill fifth place, Drew Walker sixth place, Dylan Hayden seventh place, Nolo Hamilton eighth place, AJ Jutney ninth, and Tari Lowell 10th. Those are your top 10 finishers. Then you got Bouchard, Vaughters, Avery Hamilton, Kenzie Simmons, Alrighty Alejo, I'm bad at pronouncing his name. Adam Wilson, Camroy Jr., Joy Maddox, Sophia Petty, Ruben Gonzalez, Roberto Crown Jr., Giuliano, now known as Halawi, as I forgot to mention, Zika Halawi, is now his name from Thomas Giuliano, and he's now finished his 22nd place. Leiden Hill 23rd. Albert Strauss 24th. Blake Parker 25th. Dex Miyazaki 26th. Quinn Money 27th, so he's lucky to score some points. And Ray Aranami, who also got involved in the collision, was able to score just a point. And as we go down the order, so all the current drivers on the lead lap, get points. Cat Ruse, who got involved, will finish 29th. Sheridan, unfortunate day for him for that pit lane. Would have been a shambolic day for him in the pits due to steering issues. Then Owen Scott also ended really shambolic after issues which led him into the pits. And then you got it. So we have 5 retirees in today's race. Nicky Rav, unfortunately, Austin Leon, John Palmer, Cameron Wright Sr., who his worst start of the season will continue, and David Dixon. So there you go. That's the race today. Now on to the fastest laps. Who will take home the fastest lap time? It will be Kyle Waters. Kyle Waters in his 62 Nissan will take home the fastest lap time. Quite promising day for him. Anyway, so thank you everyone for taking part in today's race. And coming up next in today's race, after this race will be, as I take a look at the race schedule, it will be Chicagoland. Probably tomorrow. I might do a double race header tomorrow, since I've got a day off from work. So possibly I'll decide later on what to do next. So it's past 2 a.m. my time. I gotta go to bed. At least some well-deserving rest after all this hard work of a race. So yeah, I'll definitely keep this track as it is from now on, because it's pretty interesting to see. So let me double check and make sure I said it right. So yeah, let's confirm. Yeah, the 62 will take home the fastest lap time. So there you got it. So let's end the race now. Let's end the stream now. So thank you everyone for taking part here in today's race, and hopefully we'll see you at Chicagoland. So take care everyone. I shall see you all there very, very soon.